So I have approximately 250 hours on my BX23 tractor. It's a 2020, possibly 21. I'd actually have to look at the paperwork. And I'd like to give my review on the good, the bad, and the ugly of it. The good part of it is I have it. There was 0% financing, makes a big difference. I couldn't get anyone to do the work that I needed to be done around my property when I wanted to, so I eventually just went out and bought a tractor. I didn't want anything too big. I didn't need anything big. I just wanted a tractor. I also needed a backhoe. The BX23 is the smallest tractor that I know of in the Kubota series with a backhoe. You have your John Deere, you have your YTM, possibly Mahindra, I'm not sure. It's done everything I needed it to do, slowly but surely. It's not a speed demon. The hydraulics on it are a bit on the slow side, nothing too ridiculous for the size tractor that we are running, which is 23 horsepower. What I'd like to say that's good about it is that everything that it says it's going to do, it will do. If you make a mistake with it, it's going to let you know pretty quick that you can't do what you want to do with it. I've lifted my 28-foot camper with the backhoe to move it around. I wouldn't suggest hauling it. I just needed to spin it into place. Picked it up by the hitch and moved it back probably 6 feet. The swing on the backhoe is extremely quick. The digging hydraulics, roughly 1,000-pound push and 1,000-pound pull. So the camper wasn't a big issue, even though fully loaded with water. The things that I don't like about it, and I'm going to bounce back and forth because I'm not a scripted YouTube person. The things that I don't like about it are, for one, the hydraulics are slow. Okay, there's stuff they claim that you can do with it. I wouldn't modify it. I'm not that type of person, okay? I can, I won't. It's just not the way it was designed to be run. We're not going to run it that way. What I do like about it, the single seat, it is one of the few that you can pretty much dig in on any angle and you're not going to hurt it any. In other words, if you're straight this way, you can dig this way without doing much damage or any damage at all. That's very few tractor backhoes, and it's not hydraulic. It is hydraulic powered, but it's not hydraulic PTO. You're not sticking out 3 feet. It's actually relatively close. That's pretty much the whole unit. It might stick out 3 or 4 feet. Some of the other things, I love the seat on it. Most tractor seats don't have the captain's chairs. It has the tilt. Of course, you can go slide it back and forth. We also have the tilt steering wheel, which does come in handy, although I don't use it as much as probably I should because I kind of forget it's there. Also the cruise control, which the top speed on it is, what I've read, 13 miles an hour. And I don't go far, so 13 miles an hour is more than enough. But going down to get my mail, half a mile, cruise control does come in handy. When I bought the unit, I could not get a cutting edge for this unit. I did go with the Piranha cutting edge. Roughly 3 or 4 months later, let me see if I can get in on that. Yep, get my fingers out of the way. The Piranha cutting edge is definitely really good if you're in the area such as what I am, where you have a lot of roots, a lot of rocks. The downfall of the Piranha is my forks don't fit properly. I have screw down forks. I'm not going to show you them right now. Probably in the near future I will do a video on the screw down forks, although they are nice forks. I'll see if I can't get the link to what I did buy, and we'll go from there. They do work, they do go on. I wouldn't trust them for more than a couple 100 pounds. Sorry, my arm gets tired here. And they do work good. The loader portion of it, it's my understanding, and I very well could be wrong, so please don't quote me on it. Send a comment if I'm wrong. Should lift roughly 600 pounds. We are a 340 loader. It should lift 680 pounds at pin. Myself and someone that I loaned it to said it was extremely slow. It didn't have the power that they thought that it would have. I find that to be true. I asked an honest opinion. I got an honest opinion. I'm not dissatisfied with it, but I'm not happy with it from what I saw on other YouTube users. The other thing is, I don't have loaded tires. I don't want loaded tires. I don't need them. I figure if I'm going to do something that's going to really push that loader that far, I can always grab something with the backhoe. The things that I really, let me spin this camera around here real quick and show you a few things that I dislike. Oh, I guess I can't do that when we're going. I dislike the little rubber handles on these. They tend to slide off. You can probably see, now you can probably see, this is, they just don't stay on. And you go to switch into four-wheel drive, you switch into rabbit mode, you switch into low gear, they tend to slide off. I don't care for that for what I paid. It's as simple as just putting a pin in. Also, you have a 40-watt alternator, correct me if I'm wrong again, which runs the lights. I've never had a problem starting it. Today was 93 degrees, which is where some of you are. It's actually pretty okay. Here it's extremely hot. I didn't have any trouble with it overheating. I did notice some lag in the hydraulics as they warmed up. Not anything immensely crazy, but I did notice some. Now, this is the first tractor I've had. Some of you that have been on my channel for a while know that I do run heavy equipment, like extremely heavy equipment, like D8s and 744 loaders. I'm not expecting this to do anything that those do. I would never expect that out of a small piece of equipment. I have roughly 3.5, 4 acres here. It's all I really needed. That's all I really got. Now, the price of it is pretty close to $30,000. And then again, I told you that you don't pay interest on the loan, which is great, okay? And they were actually pretty easy financing. I don't have I have good credit. I don't have the, oh, this is better than usual credit. I just have good credit. I'm pretty inactive. The maintenance on it, if you can change your oil, you can do the maintenance on this machine. It's not a big deal. Watch some videos on that. I'm not going to do any, but it is pretty simple to do the maintenance on this machine. You have 3 or 4 different, it's actually easier to do the maintenance on this Kubota than it is my Harley. So with that said, if you're a do-it-yourselfer, you're looking at, this is my second service. I'm nearly into my third. I'm going to go a little bit early because I went a little cheap on my last one. So we're going to stay ahead of that a little bit. Also, on the bad side of it, the mowing deck. The mowing deck is a pain in the ass in my opinion. I did not get the drive over. That was highly recommended not to get the drive over. So I didn't. It's still a pain in the ass. I don't have a garage. I have no real flat surfaces to line that up. I've also possibly bent my frame or loader arms when something did slide off my forks. I will get that checked, and that may make a difference. I don't know. Also, on the corners with your mowing deck, it tends to have sprigs of grass showing up. So if you're one of those people that are really anal about that, you want to make sure you can get in and make your turn. But I feel pretty confident running over my septic system with it. It's not that heavy. I don't take my backhoe off as often as I should, like I said. And there again, both the loader and the backhoe take a little bit of time and experience to load and unload them. So with that being said, it can be done. It can be done individually. It's not a huge deal. Have a jack ready in case your hydraulics tend to slip or slide and you can't plug in. You need to jack these up and get them so that they can give a little bit so you can plug the lines in. Anyway, I will do another YouTube video on this shortly, and I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much, and have a good week, weekend, day, or night, no matter where you are. Thank you.